identify exactly who our core audiences are, the more we can target them and the more we're going to increase the efficacy of our messaging and the return on our investment. So there are three main technologies that we are focusing on at the moment. Digital, obviously, I think most of you are familiar with that. Addressable TV, which is more US-centric, and optimizing linear broadcast TV. The first of these is pretty simple. We can take offline data segments, so we can target very, very small clusters of people. We can make an advert that has been developed specifically for that group, based on their demographic and geographic and other information, but then also nuanced, of course, according to personality, and we can match that to their cookies and then serve that digitally through social media and through digital advertising and so forth. We can also use software to creatively render hundreds or thousands of versions of the same advert, where we can tweak each advert according to location or demographics or even personality, such as this. Using addressable TV. Now, for those not familiar with this, in the United States, about 50% of households you can deliver addressable TV messages to, and that means you can actually send a different advert to a different household. So if you have two houses next door to each other in the same street, you can actually target one with a message in the same program as the other one at the same time during the same commercial break, but they could be completely different pieces of advertising. Now, not only is this only 50% of the market at the moment, but it's also quite expensive to do. So the focus today is now on optimizing linear broadcast TV, and this is something you can do not just in the United States, but also across Europe. And this really means matching offline data to set-top box viewing data. Now, I'm sure most of you are aware that every single time you watch cable TV in Germany, the programs that you watch are being recorded. So you watch the news for half an hour, and then you watch the golf, and then you watch a drama or a soap opera, and a note of what you watch is being recorded and stored by your cable provider. So what we can do is we can identify the audiences that we're most interested in targeting, and then we match those audiences to their set-top box viewing data, and we can find the programs that have the highest density of those audiences watching them, and then we can place very specific commercials for those individuals within those programs in order to maximize the target density that we're trying to reach. We can also do this hyper-locally in America, which is to buy cable television by the individual cable provider. So that means you can buy just one zip code or two zip codes, which gives you the ability to target very, very, very small communities of people with different messages. Now, if you're in any doubt about what I'm saying, I really urge you to go online and have a look at the internet. It's not just the advertising agencies that are desperately trying to pivot. I think it's going to be a bloodbath as these enormous 30,000, 40,000 person agencies are trying to integrate data and analytics and behavioral sciences into their capabilities. But big brands as well, like Ford and Walmart, are investing hundreds of millions, or in the case of Ford, I think $1 billion into analytics to optimize every part of their supply chain through to their marketing and targeting. Martin Sorrell, the guru of WPP, has been saying this for nearly 4 years. It's pivot or die. They're desperately trying to buy data companies lest they get left behind. So I've got about 5 minutes left. I'm just going to talk very quickly about Trump and how we integrated some of these technologies. Now, you've got to remember, when Trump won the nomination, he had a skeleton staff. I mean, it really was a phenomenon and testament to the enormous personality of the individual. But rather than competing against low-energy Jeb and little Marco, he was now up against the Clinton machine. And when I say machine, I'm talking about a seasoned operation that had $1.3 billion at its disposal, as compared to Trump's 600 million or so. And Hillary had over 1,000 full-time permanent staff, and her data analytics and digital team was way over, like 150 people full-time, and we had a fraction of that. We walked into Trump Tower, and I remember looking around, and it was nothing. There was a few interns over there. The campaign manager, his third campaign manager by that stage, was pulling his hair out already over there. I mean, it was a disaster. But that was implementing in the midterms and on Cruz at a national level, and we only had 5.5 months to do it. So in terms of research, what were we doing? Well, we were undertaking somewhere close to 350 or 400,000 quantitative surveys every month across the country. And these were to